Hi everyone, we're going to graph f of x and our secant line and find the equation of the secant line containing this point. So we're basically going from -1 to 2 and we have to find our y value for f of x. So basically what this is that you have this curve here and the average rate of change of that curve, which equals the slope, is the secant line, which is the point that connects those two from our first x to our second x. And our x's happen to be -1 and 2. So the first thing we want to do is find our y so we can use this formula. So let's plug in -1. So we get -1 squared plus 6 times -1 plus 5. So this is going to be 1 minus 6 plus 5. And that equals 0. Now let's find the 2, f of 2. What is our y? 2 squared plus 12 plus 5. That's going to be really big. So 9 plus 12 is 21. And it's going to be a little hard to graph. So we're going to kind of fake it on that. Anyway, so basically let's find our slope here. So we have our slope is, this is 0.1, 0.2. So just use your little slope formula here and you get 21 minus 0 and 2 minus a -1. So 21 divided by 3, that equals 7. Now I'm going to write my equation of my secant line, which is y equals mx plus b, because that's a straight line. And you're going to write y equals 7x plus b. Let's go ahead and plug in this point. So you get 0 equals 7 times -1 plus b. So 0 equals -7 plus b. So clearly b is 7, because -7 plus 7 is 0. So your equation of your secant line is y equals 7x plus 7. So that's all you need. Then you can stop. We're going to go ahead and try to graph this. It's going to be a little hard with this going all the way up to 21. So maybe I should go by threes. Anyway, our points were -1, 0, and 2, 21. So, and 2 and 21. So maybe if I go by threes, that's going to be hard. So basically, I'm just going to kind of fake it here a little bit. Let's first get our y-intercept as 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's find our x-intercepts by factoring this. So our x is -5 and -1. So we have this 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is right there is -3, and -3. If I plug that in, get 9 minus 18 plus 5. I'm just finding my vertex here. So that's going to be -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just going to help me graph this. So basically, I'm going to graph through here. And I'm going to keep going up to there. This is going to be a problem here because at 2, we're all the way up to 21. And then you graph this side. That's going to go up in there. So basically, we want -1 to 2. So this curve here, right in there, we want the secant line of that, which is really hard to graph up until there. So our equation, what was it? Y equals 7x plus 7. Let me erase this real quick. All right. So basically, This was 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So going through there, and it just goes up very sharply. We can't even get to 21. So it's at 7 here, this 7. So if you go from -1, and we're going to graph till 7, it's going to go up in there, the secant line. So this was just a really bad one to graph. But anyway, that's the idea. I probably should have done the graph different. Maybe I'll redo this one. But that's the idea of it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.